Hello, welcome to Duluth, Minnesota, as we are joined as Juno gets a frantic knock on her door, like it is just like someone is literally like, punching a punching bag.
All right. What time of day is it, first of all?
It is 4 o'clock. Actually, no, it's not 4 o'clock. Actually, it's really early in the morning. It would be 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wonderful. So Juno, still, half awake, just kind of sitting at the table inside the kitchen, just stirring that hot chocolate. The cream kind of melted now, and it's just kind of that last bit of half cup of dregs, so to say, staring down into it. The door gets assaulted, to say the least. She kind of turns her head quizzically and just kind of raises an eyebrow, looking down the hall until it goes again. And even then, she'll kind of kick back the chair a little bit, leave the.
Oh yeah, it keeps going the longer you take. It even gets more frantic.
And she make her way over, just wearing like pajama shorts and a baggy t-shirt. She'll open it up, just kind of wipe her face.
It is Cassie, who immediately flops to the floor. Like the second that door opens, she's like mid fall.
And she just kind of, clunks on the ground. Just looks down at her, raises an eyebrow. You can get up, Cassie.
Shoots up like a fucking meerkat. I need your help.
Really?
It's important. You're good. You're gonna want to see this. It's like looking at her face.
All right.
I need you to dress and come to the edges up with.
Just take it.
Don't be seen. Don't be seen. And she's like running down the steps.
What? Huh? What? She just kind of bolts off. Judas just like, what just happened? And she'll shut the door, go back into the front room. Where is Freya, actually?
Her bedroom.
Her bedroom. All right. She'll go to the front room, pick up the box of cigarettes and the lighter that's on the kind of table. And she'll just go up to make sure Freya's either asleep or, all right, or at least tell her she's leaving.
Let's see if Freya's still asleep or not. Power is this. She's asleep. She's got fucking aced her willpower roll. She's still asleep.
And I can't see the roll.
So when you... Did I not roll it? I rolled it in werewolf.
Yeah,
she's got 2 10s and a 9.
I see it.
I don't see it. That's weird. All right. Anyway, that's just weird.
But you come in and you do again. You kind of like first see that gruesome, scarred face, like ooh. But she's asleep. Eyes are closed.
And Juno,
you do see see sweat in her face and all that, but she just seems to be asleep.
And Juno run back in her room, grab a pen and paper to say, "Look, gone out. Be back soon. Love you, Juno." And she'll leave it on her bedside for her to see.
Okay.
And she'll make her way out the back, but before she does that, obviously she doesn't want to be seen. She'll try and activate Blur.
Okay, roll your Manip Stealth Diff 8.
Just check. Cool shit. What successes?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, you are like center running water. Yeah, good luck. Essentially, GG. So you traipse your way through the sept, and you see Cassie kind of standing there pacing anxiously. She obviously has a bag of stuff, and she's pacing. Like, she can't see you. There's no fucking hope she can see you.
Oh no, when Juno kind of just gets to, she'll go, is there any trees nearby?
Mm-hmm.
So she'll just lean against the tree, put the cigarette in her mouth, light it, take a drag on it, blow it out, and
Cassie
Whistle over
jumps
a little
about,
bit.
Cassie jumps about a fucking mile into the air.
What did you want?
It's Charlotte.
Is she in trouble?
Not. Come on.
How
Yeah.
bad?
You're gonna want to see. I left her at the edge of the pond. Kinfolk dropped her off, okay?
All
I'm
right.
just- I'm gonna need someone to help me carry her.
All
And
right.
she starts jogging.
And Juno just kind of raised an eyebrow again. Seeing Cassie this panicked is one thing. She, puts the cigarette in her mouth and just starts fast, jogging. She'll juggle with her.
So Charlotte, you get dropped off by Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
You call Cassie. Cassie
Yep.
freaks out for a hot minute, and then she
Like, no,
bolts.
no, super down low, super down low.
She bolts off running. So you're left there for about, I would say, a half an hour. And your leg is throbbing with pain.
I imagine it's like an ag on each, probably, which would explain why she
Mhm.
can't walk at all. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And you
she's
kind of-
probably sitting on one of the benches at the very edge of the park, just with her
Mhm.
face in her hands in the "fuck me running backwards" kind of way.
And you look up and you see Cassie in the proverbial Olympic sprint. And Juno.
Oh,
Does
God
she
damn
see
it.
me though with that roll?
No,
I mean,
she-
don't you break it once you like make noise and shit and like
Yeah,
light
you
a
do.
cigarette?
Yeah, you see, and Juno looking confused and sleepy. And
Here's the question: Would
Juno.
I have actually been able to tell Cassie anything besides the fact that I'm fucked up? I can't talk about it. Please, mother's touch.
you would have basically gotten that out before she ran off sprinting
Oh, God damn it!
in her blind panic.
Yeah, she looks up, sees Cassie. Okay, sweet. Sees Juno. Oh, God damn it! Like this is
Um,
not the super down low.
Cassie runs up. I brought Juno.
I see that.
We
Yeah.
can sneak you into the pack house, and that way we can have a proper talk.
Oh, okay. I it's like looking up at Juno, kind of gives an idle wave. She's got both of her legs. Like it's pretty clear, even with the jeans and stuff. They've actually probably been shoved up because skinny jeans,
All
so
right.
that bandages are wrapped around, essentially like the lower leg / ankle.
Hey, Katie.
Hmm?
Perception, empathy.
Okay.
I imagine your clothes are covered in blood as well, Katie.
That's probably. Well, she was shifted for that.
All right, you just look fucked up. I'll take that. But Cassie can roll this too if she likes.
Oh,
If the tunnel would like to do this, because she can see. No.
that's good proof for that.
Oh God.
Because she's
Me.
fine dogs.
Pull up the slave.
And I'm not going to resist this. This is just success based.
She's got
Yeah.
2.
Because she's not actively hiding. It's more you work. She's ridiculously tired, so bleh. If you see it.
Oh, sweet. It's a better pull than it was.
Oh, great.
It's 2 successes.
It's Juno kind of Cassie sprints up, dives on you pretty much. Juno's more hanging back because you see it jogging up, but that jog turns into a more. It slows down the pacing to a brisk walk, to a casual walk, because you can see. You can see all over her face that the bag's under her eyes. She's tired as fuck. Something it's just taking it out of her. But you could see it. You could see in their eyes as well. Under that, the kind of grayness from the bags is that sore redness, kind of streaming down to the middle of the cheek a little bit, and those eyes are bloodshot.
Man. No, Charlotte's just openly like got that kind of in pain squint going because it's not like she's got painkillers at the moment and she has gashes in her legs that aren't healing up. So yeah, she just looks a little pressed, but does not miss this. Hey, shit, we can't just do the thing.
I'm getting a bit panicked, and I get
Oh,
a bit
yeah.
flustered,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
rather do it someplace calmer.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing a wonderful job. Keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of pats Cassie on the head. Now, help me pick her up.
Yeah, Cassie will move underneath Charlotte.
Yeah, she lifts up the arms to make it easy to do like the arm over either person's shoulder type thing, wincing as she goes upright.
And Juno would put the cigarette back in her mouth and kind of blow it out. No, in one side of the mouth, blowing it out the other. It's like puffing on it essentially. And she'll very carefully try and lift you up.
Yeah, Charlotte probably makes at least a cursory attempt to take some of her own weight and regrets it immediately and makes an unhappy noise, but clenches her jaw and just grips onto either person's shoulders a little more tightly.
All right. We'll probably cut through to point into one of the more wooded parts. That way we can probably avoid the Guardian patrols.
Yeah, good plan. I'm digging it.
Unless you look at Juno. Do you know which Guardian is doing the morning?
I want to say right.
Oh, fuck me.
High or low, Tom?
High roller, baby.
Because depending, it could be either Rides or it could be Skyripper. Rides.
Yeah, she just kind of nods. Yeah, right.
Do you want him involved or?
I really gotta keep this on the fucking down low.
Okay.
I just
Until
need to
I
fix
figure
this.
out what's going on here, we're getting her to the pack house and then we'll talk.
She just nods. All right. Well, we'll cut through the backwood then.
Yeah.
Right. And she'll just kind of, spit out the bud, kind of just crush it out with her heel and start lifting. And
Give me a wit stealth check as well, just to make sure.
do my raccoon dice come into this now?
Yeah, you still have your totem. You and Leaf have enough
Just.
to the totem.
Just.
Just.
Fucking damn.
God damn it, Gemma.
One.
Okay. Right, says
If Blur comes into play as well, that'd be nice.
no, because you deactivated it, unfortunately. That's the thing with Blur, you have to re-roll
Sorry,
it.
I didn't mean Blur, I meant Sen.
Scent. It might do. Yes, it would. So rise that plus 2 difficulty. 1 success. And you are lucky he failed. So no, he doesn't spot any of you guys. You do see him, you know what I mean? But he doesn't spot you
maybe
guys.
just due to the fact of maybe just listening in and sitting down on that porch, hearing some of the stories of that patrol. Just a little bit of info. Juno was stopping them enough to know when rides not when he's going to walk past, kind of knowing the general area he's going to be at certain times. Gets favor.
You hear the whistling like do 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 do, you know, as he's wandering along, whistling away.
Yeah.
And eventually you make it back to the pack house of Trash Panda.
Team Trash Panda.
Yeah, I'm assuming Juno gets the door.
Oh yeah, Juno just go through the back door, so straight from the woods. That 30-yard walk and back door.
Yeah, and
Straight
Cassie
into the kitchen.
immediately sets Charlotte down, like on the counter, essentially, like pulling off basically the skinny jeans very slowly, so she can get a better look at the wound.
Yep, Charlotte will do her best to enable everything they're trying to do, including not giving a shit if they pull her jeans off.
And as Cassie does that, you see Juno like shutting the blinds on the door. The little roller blind on the wooden door, at the full log cabin style, just pulls it down. Blinds on the window, shuts the doors into the kitchen.
Cassie first rolls her willpower to keep calm. She aces it.
Yep. The worst Charlotte is doing to make anything worse is being like wincing and Yeah, it fucking hurts because ag don't even really heal over that good. So
Rage
there
again?
are
Rage.
her rage. Currently 3. She's a Philo.
Yeah. Cassie just, you see her take 5 long, like, and then puts her hands on yours, and that ag is gone.
And Charlotte almost immediately like just melts back in relief. Just like, oh, thank fuck. Oh god. Thank you, Cassie. Fuck me.
And Juno will grab one of the chairs, spin it round so it's like sit on it backwards, kind of leaning on the back of it. Her head, arms folded over the back and head resting on her arms. You could still see in her posture and shit. She is just exhausted by something. All right, we're here. Nobody else is in here. What happened? And why do I need to know about this?
I mean, kind of rubs her face and puts out a grabby hand to get her jeans back. Kind of testingly
Cassia.
flexing the feet to make sure everything's where it's supposed to be before she hops down to
Yeah.
put them on.
Cassie hands him over.
Ugh, I mean, technically, really, no one should know. Not yet.
Well, you're doing well in that regard.
Yeah. Shit.
Lucky for you, I doubt Cassie's gonna throw anybody under a bus.
Yeah.
And I like you, so you're alright.
Uh, long story short, went into town to do some shit for perfidy. And someone got territorial, and I got a fucking warning.
Cassie's Eisenhower. That doesn't sound like the Glasswalkers.
I know, right? But I really can't. I mean, there was even a litany breach, but I can't do anything with it yet.
Someone got territorial.
Yeah.
Someone.
Like, this can't go anywhere. Not yet. I don't mind being honest. This can't climb anywhere yet.
Alright.
That's
You know
just
from
not.
my side, whatever's said in this kitchen, like the other week, stays in this fucking kitchen. And I hope Cassie will honor that.
She does, she nods.
Right. Well, Carves the Path didn't like the shit I was checking out. Didn't like my fucking face. And, put his fucking guard dog on me. And I'm pretty sure I only lived because I surrendered almost immediately, but he still damn near fucking killed me after I fell over and after I gave throat.
Yeah, it's
Managed to
my-
get the rest off with a Gaia's breath, but that shit stuck. She's like rubbing her face. She is really uncomfortable with the whole thing. It's pretty clear. Her proverbial hackles are kind of up over it.
You see, as Juno, the face, it looks that same expression. It's more, you can only see the eyebrows kind of just drop a little bit, that kind of hardness coming back, so to say, that almost that full stare, but not exactly. She is essentially relaxed in here. But when she reaches down for the packet of cigarettes in her pocket, you can see visibly the hand starting to shake quite a lot.
Cassie actually doesn't react in anger, she reacts in fear.
Hey, Stay with me a second. She'll like reach out to see if she can like kind of touch a cheek, like turn her head towards her, like get good eye contact. Cassie,
It's like a frightened fawn, essentially.
Cassie, I know he's fucking horrifying, but I need you to remember for me, in case something gets fucked up. He was given honorable surrender, and then he caved in my fucking ribcage. So when it fucking comes down to it, and time comes to say something, if somehow I forget, or something fucking funky happens, that's a litany breach. Flat out. Oh, fuck.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. It's not enough on its own, but it matters.
Why would? Why? What?
Because he's a dick.
Castle, cover it up. He'll cover it up.
Oh, he's the one I'm going for.
He'll cover it up.
He can't cover up everything.
You just see Juno, kind of almost 1,000-yard stare. She just slowly nods, puts a shaky hand, puts the cigarette in her mouth.
Pretty sure he did some shit to me. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he pulled some shit on me. I didn't even hear him coming. No, I'm coming for that ass.
She fails. Social dice for Guru are terrible.
What did she do?
She's trying to look stoic, but the second you mention, doing something to you, your mind, Cassie's like, I mean, her lip bites, like everything just, you know what I mean?
She kind of looks over at her and just kind of, there's a brief, like, tiny brownet, but, like, as in, like, what? But she'll lift up an arm and offer it to her, because she seems pretty fucking shaken.
That's warning number 1.
What's warning number 2? You know what? First, don't answer that. Come here. It's okay.
She doesn't move. That's warning number 1.
Yeah.
Warning number 2 is training. She looks up at Juno.
You just see Juno. Juno she's got the cigarette in her left hand, the arms kind of folded over, and she's as she it kind of says that the training part, you can visibly see the hair stand like on the back of her neck stand. So she's 1,000-yard stare, kind of pointed towards the floor a little bit, like towards you, but like angled downwards. And you, as she says that, you can even see the pupils kind of like go tiny.
And she's looking between them.
Warning number 3 is me. What happened with Abel?
She continues to look sharply between them. How many people has he done this to?
A lot.
Why were they warning you?
She looks down.
What did you get at that he didn't want you to know?
I can't tell you.
I can't go for this shit now, and I know it, and I hate it. But I'm gonna build a goddamn case so goddamn big it'll knock them back to Cub if they stay in the sept at all. How many people has he done this to?
There's a reason why he's in power. Well, not in power, but one of the most influential members on Sept.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna fix that. How many people has he done this to? Besides you two?
a lot.
Was he warning you or was he warning Abel?
Both.
Yeah. And I should be taking rage because fucking
You can spend a willpower.
well if I need to. Probably need to.
Nope. You good.
Am I good? Small moon?
Yeah, you're good. Small moon. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm the daughter of an important official in the Sapphire North.
Really?
I'm not supposed to know that.
Okay. Do Carves not want you to know that?
It was handled. My mother's still alive. Abel wanted me to go see her. Got into contact. Carves made up the story that there was a litany breach between. She looks down.
Yeah.
The only one who's stood up to Carves is Skyripper.
How'd that go?
He's still here. She looks at Juno like, you know more than me.
Yeah, Juno's just, again, completely silent, staring down, wide-eyed.
She'll finally recognize that Juno has completely fucking zoned out of this conversation. Take a second, kind of look at her.
Even to the point where the cigarette's kind of burnt halfway down, she hasn't even taken a drag on it.
Juno. Kind of cranes her head to see if there's any response at all.
She blinks and looks at you very slowly. Just stares.
We're not doing anything now. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. Nothing bad's gonna happen to either of you. And I'm not chasing it now. But I mean, I know you've offered, but I'm not dropping this. If this is a problem, I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
She's asking why Skyripper is the only one that Harves is afraid of. In a way.
See,
Yeah,
she
I knew
grits her
that.
teeth and closes her eyes for a second. You can even see as she opens it back up again, they're kind of like glazed over. I don't know what you're talking about.
and she'll come around. Is she still kind of like head lolled a bit?
Oh no, she's like kind of sat up straight.
And Charlotte is going to do the best thing she can to get on the same level. Pulls out another chair. Turns it around to sit on it the same way. So they're face to face. Not too close, but face to face. What they're doing is fucked up. The way they're getting away with it is fucked up. I need to know what they've been doing, what the deal is with Skyripper. I need enough to build on because no one little thing is going to do it. I need everything I can get. I need to know what's going on so I can nail their asses to a wall.
I don't know. I don't know what you, I don't know anything.
Is that cigarette slowly burning its way down to her fingers?
Mm-hmm.
She will very slowly, very visibly reach up and try to very carefully pluck it out of her fingers before it burns her. This is not a quick motion, but it will make for some small amount of physical contact as she just carefully tries to retrieve the barely more than a butt that's there.
She felt broke before. She.
Nope. Still good.
I know, but she failed the first one, so I had. So she, as you kind of lean forward, the hands slowly raise. You can see the eyes dart towards it, they go wide. And she kind of leans back, pulling her hands kind of not violently away from you, but kind of crossing them over her gut, essentially, like one wrapping around the back of her ribs, the other doing the same on the other side.
Hey, it's okay. I just don't want you to burn yourself. Point to the cigarette. Pulls her hands back. In fact, holds them up a bit.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
And she just reaches over to the side of the table and scoots the ashtray a little closer. Like, not like all up in her biz, but scoots it a little closer to try to see if she can at least prompt the reflexive action of tapping it, maybe even putting it down. Pulls her hand back. Remember what you just told me about the kitchen?
She kind of straightens her back a bit and slowly nods.
Said in the kitchen, stays in the kitchen.
Yeah. No. Just leave it.
Can't. I mean, if you need time, that's fine. But I'm not going to stop what I'm trying to do. And the more I have, with your permission, anyways, in the end, the more I can drop at the feet of the right person and make sure that they can never do this shit again.
You don't understand, Charlotte.
I can't possibly if you don't tell me.
I don't know if I can. because he'll come back, and nobody notices, and he'll be back, and then it'll happen again.
Oh, hell no. No. That's not how this works. No. I'm not going to say a word until I have everything I need. And even then, I won't say anything from what you've told me until you tell me it's okay. I'm not just taking this and running off and spreading the word. He's not going to know we talked about shit. You're not supposed to know he jumped my ass in the fucking dock. I have yet to suddenly mystically be plowed through a wall for once, which is great.
There are some things even family don't know. She just looks down.
I'm not going to make you tell me. I don't want to make you do anything. If you're not cool, I'll just leave it alone for now. But just know it's important. And if he's doing this to anyone, kind of glances back at Cassie,
Cassie's just looking down.
that pisses him off, sooner or later someone's going to piss him off again, whether it's me or the next person.
It's already started.
Yeah, well, they just say Monday's going to suck. Rub
Monday.
their face. Fuck it. I've already said most of it. You remember I told you Marcel, oh not Marcel, fucking Cars offered me a job. And I wasn't planning to take it. He's told me to come in on Monday. So he can fucking place me in a job. And then, after we have a nice talk about the way things are, he wants me and Damon to come to dinner. And then Marcel threatened me. And he threatened Damon.
Cassie just looks down, not saying anything. She looks like she's about to say something, but then stops and looks down.
Guys, come on. Give me something.
I'm not weak.
Of course you're not weak.
I'm not weak.
Hey, I know you're not weak.
I'm not weak.
I've never thought of you as weak. Not once. Not for a second.
Not weak. Count to 10. Inhale. Count to 10. Exhale. Juno looks back up at Charlotte. Yeah, and you can see those eyes are just even more bloodshot and red.
And Charlotte is doing her level best to kind of keep an eye on both of them. When the head raises and she sees that much out of the peripheral, she turns to look at her.
I'm not weak.
Both of y'all give me a perception alertness.
Oh, god damn it.
If it'd be sight-based. For any of y'all who have any weird, funky merits.
I don't think I do on this character.
4 successes at diff 6.
Nope, not on this character.
Okay.
So
You both. Yeah, you just need successes. So it's Juno who spots it first, and then Charlotte slowly turns. Then Cassie sees it too.
Ooh.
standing there the whole time.
Where is she standing?
The doorway leading into the between the living room and the kitchen.
And Juno looks up at her and she stands up immediately and turns her head away. You see her like visibly just wiping her eyes.
Yeah, Cassie's head shoots down, trying not to gasp, essentially. And for Charlotte, now that you see without the blood all over Freya's face, that's what you see, those scars.
Is she just looking aimlessly, or is she actually looking in a particular direction? Like, is she focused?
Aimless. Actually, give me perception empathy.
Gonna. 1, 2, 3.
It's hidden-ish aimless, but it's very much gravitating around Juno.
Is Juno moving to interact with her, or is she
Juno
having a
is looking
moment?
away. Like, as soon as she spots us, she kind of stands up, foot on the chair, just kind of shifted forward out of her way. Like, I wasn't sitting there. No, I wasn't. Turn her head out the way, and you can see her. She, like, from your angle, you can definitely see she's wiping her eyes with her sleeves.
And Charlotte will just stand up.
Yeah. One. She opens her mouth. When Charlotte stands up to walk over towards Freya, Freya opens her mouth. And again, when she does, it's like part of the corner of her lip opens with her almost. And it'd be just this raspy, like barely audible whisper.
Does she whisper anything in particular?
Give me a perception alertness, diff 9.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I'm going to do that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You both can.
Shit!
You know what? I've got willpower to spare. I don't give a shit. Oh, Jesus.
damn.
I didn't need it. That's 4 with the willpower.
Okay, I gotta compare to this
Give it
voice.
to me.
This is gonna kill my lungs. So, what Charlotte hears, Juno, you can't hear it. It's just like a ghost of a voice. Charlotte will hear loud and clear. Juno.
And yeah, she'll come over, kind of offering a hand, smiling carefully, glancing over to Juno just once, but looking to see if she can just very gently take Freya by the hand. Yeah, she's right here. It's okay. Juno.
She turns back around. You can see clearly she wiped her eyes so much so that even like the last remnants of what pieces of makeup she was wearing just kind of smudged backwards on like the right eye a little bit.
And she'll begin leading Freya in, just very gently.
Freya's hands shake in your hands, and they're ice cold.
Oh, God. She's really cold.
I know.
Come on, hon. She will try to... I imagine she's been sitting in the front room every day, like on the couch.
Either in the front room or outside. Actually, no, either in her bedroom or outside.
Okay, well, if she likes the porch, then the porch it is. She's calling you. She kind of side comments it as she very carefully goes to lead Freya out, snagging probably... I imagine there's actually a throw blanket right there. She's been that cold the whole time. So she'll carefully, a step at a time, go to lead her out and wrap her up in the blanket and carefully help her into a chair. Because if, she needs to eat and stuff, we can bring it out to her. It'll be fine.
How much are you touching Freya?
It's just essentially like there's if she doesn't seem to move otherwise, it's carefully, gently taking her by one of the hands to kind of guide her out. And then when she's wrapping her up in the blanket, obviously there's going to be a little more touching to get her around her shoulders.
As you kind of pick
Yeah.
up the blanket, Juno just kind of puts her hand up like, no, don't.
When you, yeah,
Okay.
because when you pick up the blanket, Freya recoils
Okay.
in pure fright.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
And she's saying this again, this audible whisper. Juno? Like, you know, I can't go deep because it's early and my throat is killing me. So she'll say, Juno? Like, looking around, again, incredibly absent-mindedly.
Juno, please come out here. She's calling you.
Oh yeah, no, Juno's out there with you. She followed as soon as you said she's calling her, and she comes out and she'll sit down beside her in those two chairs she's got kind of set up in the third that's kind of just oddly moving around the porch. She'll very gently, while still trying to keep in her field of view, as she does, reach out and just try and put her hand on the armrest so that she can, you know, rest her hand on hers. Yeah, it's me. It's Juno. I'm right here.
Silence. And then she looks Juno dead in the face. And Charlotte, you're because you're beside her, you see she just for 30 seconds there's recognition. Juno. And then that blank void of a stare again. Juno, both you see it.
Yeah, I'm right here. Don't worry, I've got you. It's fine.
And she'll turn off and look out in the distance.
Make a roll real quick. Oop. As she kind of turns and looks off, kind of that almost like a resetting, you know, just a slow head turn as she just turns to look over the porch and over the sept. Charlotte will see as though she's kind of got hold very gently of one of her hands while sat in the chair, kind of turned her hips to face her, you know, full body forwards. She grits her teeth, you know, pressing the lips together, and her eyes sharply go together as she tilts her head downwards, kind of resting it in between her arms at the elbow. Eventually, she'll, after like 10 seconds, she'll kind of come back up and all right, I'm gonna go back inside, Freya. Don't worry, rides will be here soon. You know, it's nearly 8 o'clock. It's always here at 8 o'clock. All right, I'm just gonna make him some tea for when he gets here. All right.
Silence. Staring out.
And she just nods to herself, you know, pressing the lips together, forcing out that smile. And she'll gently pull her hand from hers. And she'll stand up and just kind of glance at Charlotte. You can just see the eyes. They are just exhausted. Totally fucking exhausted.
There is no pity in the expression. There's just kind of worry, some bit of empathy, because I mean, she's people. She can't properly sympathize because She's never had anything this terrible happen to someone she loves. But there's definitely concern, there's worry, and she will go so far as to, at least give Juno a good, proper look at, full in the face, just to kind of share that she do her best to kind of, without saying so, say she can see why she's so tired, some sort of understanding, and she'll even reach out to get the door for her.
And as you get the door for her, the kind of recognition of that, she'll walk past and you'll just hear like kind of as an exhale. That's only the beginning. And she just walks in, makes her way to the kitchen.
Yeah, she will return to the kitchen with her and glance over to Cassie to see if she's still completely statuesque.
Yeah, she's almost too afraid to move.
I'm just going to say one thing, because I feel like it's important for you to hear, but I'll leave you alone about it after that, okay? Like looking after Juno as she's presumably getting things ready for tea.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Freya and what it's done to her, it doesn't make her weak. And whatever happened to you doesn't make you weak either. It just makes you hurt. She'll even turn and glance at Cassie. It goes for you too.
Cass should stand up straight and walk beside you. Would you like me to help with breakfast, Raya?
And she just nods.
Yeah, Charlotte can get the distinct impression that Cassie's busy working. Like she's almost trying to blot out all of it, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as the two of them, however they react, Charlotte will just take a seat at the table. She might even go so far as to, like, at some point when neither of them needs to be near the fridge, to go and retrieve one of the drinks out of it. She just sits at the table and stews over this fucking bottle, just nurses it.
And after the bit of silence, eventually Juno will turn around and that expression still hasn't left her. It's just so much, just everything. It's all mixed into one as she just looks at you. I can't say anything. Not to somebody. The only people that will know, are family. But it's like I said to you right before she died, as she points to the wall on the left-hand side, your right, and you'll see on there is a hanging picture of Gemma.
Mm-hmm.
Not weak. Just a little broken. It's what we are in this house.
She kind of sits back in the chair a bit, like really leaning on the backrest. She's been sitting for it this whole time. Like, obviously, the gears have just been whirring. You still want me in this house if you know what I'm trying to do? Because I'm not letting this go. And I'd understand if you didn't want to be part of it.
There are very few things I take back on saying. You will always have a place at this table, even if you don't want a part of this. But now you know.
There's nothing that could make me not want to be around you guys and to be close to you. I guess I have commitment issues. I don't know. Kind of rubs her face. Looks back up. Sorry, I talked over you.
She just shakes her head. There's no ranks in this kitchen. Everyone is equal.
I know. Just was kind of rude, is all.
I've said everything I need to say.
Yeah. Well, if my luck, I'll probably be back out there. I'll have to squeaky clean my report to Perfidy. I can't tell her any of that shit yet. And she'll probably send me back out to work with the guy that's out there. So,
That offer is still on the table if you want to take it. At least you'll have some backup.
yeah.
That's all up to you.
You sure you want
No.
it? Because I'm pretty sure when I go back out there, I'm getting warning number 2. Carves didn't like me out there.
Cassie moves out the room. She goes silent as she begins to walk out and hearing the door close to the front door.
I mean, you can see Cassie kneeling down in front of Freya. She just holds stuff. Surprisingly, it would respond. It gets a reception. Cassie seems very gentle, very slow, very deliberate. You can tell she's done this type of thing before.
She's clearly out of earshot and nearly pretty much out of eyesight of it as she turns the corner. Warning number 2. And there's warning number 3. I don't even think Cassie has gone up to 4 or 5 yet.
I mean, even if I wanted to chase this now, I would compromise. All those people disappearing on the docks, that's not Carves. It's something else. There's something else going on and I have to chase it.
Compromise everything.
So, inevitably. I mean, I'll fucking take it. As long as I live through it, I'll fucking cope.
That's what I used to say.
He hasn't quite kicked it out of me yet. Kind of rubs idly at like an entire side of her fucking ribcage, like just because the memory.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's not even me being an asshole. It's just I've got a fucking mission.
I gave up a long time ago. And then people wonder why I never really smile anymore. And she just turns around and carries on.
Yeah, Charlotte just picks up the bottle again. Just again, not even especially wanting, just kind of so she has something to nurse.
As 8 o'clock rolls around and both Charlotte and Juno see bang on time, rides, sits down beside Freya. Except Skyripper's there with him.
Just a glance out the screen door.
Juno doesn't really say anything. Her back more towards it. As Charlotte will hear just now the stirring of a mug. The extra prolonged stirring of a mug. Just something. Something to keep her hands busy.
Sorry I brought it up.
It's fine. You wouldn't have known. No one does.
She kind of cranes a look through the screen door. Because, rides is impossible to mistake coming up the porch. Big thudding steps and all.
Mm-hmm. He is having a full-blown conversation with Freya as Cassie kind of stands there watching. Skyripper's there as well, leaning against the porch. He's chatting away.
Skyripper is
Telling him-
also talking or just listening?
No, Skyripper just listening, like just watching his packmate chat away to Freya about his day, about his cousin Steve and all that.
And she'll sit back again with a sigh. Skyripper's here.
I know.
You normally come?
Hmm?
Does he normally come in the mornings?
She shakes her head.
Oh.
Yeah, still just stirring that mug, kind of back towards the door.
Oh, fuck me.
What?
You've heard of Down the Rabbit Hole, but I just fell face first into the rabbit hole, and it's a lot bigger and a lot deeper than I thought it was.
Welcome to the club.
Charlotte, roll a perception alertness.
Okay.
Because Juno has her back to you, so Charlotte would see this.
2?
2. Cassie's talking to Skyripper.
How's she looking there?
Nervous.
Oh, God. Does she look like she's spilling her guts?
She looks like she's trying her best not to.
There will be a hot second of, oh, dear God, no.
She's shaking, like, you know what I mean? And Skyripper doesn't look angry. He just looks more concerned. As Rides is just chatting away to Freya. The two of them are off in their own little world.
And she will, you know what? Because she knows that Cassie likes to have even token busy shit to do. Grabs another bottle out of the fridge real fast, like hops up, goes, quick steps it to the fridge, pulls out another bottle, and just calls out, knowing it'll carry through the screen door. Hey, Cassie, can you come help me with something real quick? God damn it. Fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's kind of the apologetic glance. So she's like, "You open the bottle for me?" She doesn't have a bottle opener on her.
Oh. 5 turn times to do it.
You okay?
No.
Yeah, that's fair. Is there anything I can do to help?
She looks behind her. If
My
you
bag.
want to tell him, he's asking,
What's he asking?
is everything okay?
It's not okay, but she starts weighing. Like
You were
visibly weighing
You were
it.
spotted in the Shadow Lord bar. He was asking were you all right.
I'm fine now.
That's what I mean. I was doing my best to hide, but looks at Juno. He's really good at. Yeah.
Juno stills a stir in that mug.
He was asking for you.
Jesus,
Yeah.
none of us are in shape for this.
Say that to Juno. Say that to Charlotte.
Juno.
He kind of, after a little delayed response, looks over his shoulder and stops. All right.
Rides is. You know.
I know.
She's holding his hand.
And she just nods and she'll start walking out. And kind of wiping her eyes as she goes past the blinded door where she knows he can't see in.
Is Charlotte following, or what's Charlotte doing?
Charlotte, at least initially, is kind of just holding her face, you know, with the finger splayed enough that it's not covering her eyes, but just like, oh god. Just kind of this is a mess and I don't know what to do about it.
Go talk to him. I'm gonna make food, and I'm Bride's probably gonna need a lot, and I'm Freya's gonna need more straws, and she just starts wandering. You know what I mean?
Yep. And if it helps, I haven't eaten anything.
Oh,
since lunch
wonderful!
yesterday.
I'm gonna make you. You just see Cassie like, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you all food. And where is everything? And yeah,
She has a fucking goal now. She has a mission. Yeah, she
Mhm.
wanders out, or at least wanders
Uh,
just inside the door, and finally will give a pause before she gathers herself to walk out.
So Juno comes out first, opening the door. You see the same thing you always see Juno every morning at 8 o'clock. It's telling about the evening and chatting away to Freya, and the two of them sitting off together. Scarper's just watching the two of them with just a curious look on his face.
And she'll just kind of take a step out onto the porch, shutting the door behind her, and just walk up to him a little bit. Kind of, that's still kind of out of personal space, kind of comfort talking range. Just kind of wait for him to address her.
You know, he never tells that Cousin Steve story the same way every time I hear it.
No, I think I've heard it at least 3 different times.
I can only imagine how many times Freya's heard it.
It helps.
I can tell.
He gets more of a response out of her than I do. So it helps.
Smiles softly. That's the mystery of Rise of the Lightning, I think, though you and I will never be able to solve.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
How's your brother doing?
He's alright. A little twitchy, but he's Getting there.
It's a nod. Didn't know you bring Cassie over.
What can I say? She's all right.
Yeah. Just wanted to check on you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Managing.
I'm totally fine.
Yeah. We'll talk inside. That's when Charlotte opens the door and she just like greeted the Skyriper just as walking up the steps.
Blink, backpedals out of the way.
Yeah, she'll follow him back inside.
You just see him pat a hand on Ride's shoulder as he's walking in. Ride's chatting away, doesn't even realize it. He just walks in, you know, nods at Juno, probably gesturing to the living room so they don't get in the way of the intense cooking of Cassie.
Oh yeah, and yeah, she goes like into the living room and shuts the doors.
Yeah, look, he inclined his head for Charlotte because he's like, I need to talk to you too, so come on.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Looks at the two of them. So I'm going to start with Sullivan. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Juno just pulls out a cigarette, lights it.
I'm going to start with you first, Charlotte.
Hmm?
You all right?
Yep. Fit as a fiddle.
Okay. How was the Shuttle Lord bar?
Real snazzy on the inside.
Okay. What have you done that's got Cassie in a nervous tick?
She kind of half grins. Went to a Shadow Lord bar by myself.
Just nods. Okay. Juno, you doing okay?
Kind of takes a drag on the cigarette. Looks up. Yeah, I'm fine.
Sits down on the couch. Well, I'm no Pholodox, but the both of you are full of shit.
My, what a nice window that is over there. And the silence drags on.
Just looks at the two of you.
I'm not weak.
You're not.
Looks at the
Stands
ground.
up and furrows and walks over. Who told you were?
Not weak.
Just a little broken. Charlotte has like propped up a shoulder against the wall. Arms crossed, like still kind of uncomfortable look out the window.
Oh dear. And as kind of Charlotte says that, yeah, she's dragging on that cigarette. She reaches up to take it out of her mouth, and it doesn't quite grip it between the two fingers properly, and it just kind of rolls onto the floor, and she drops it. She washes the ash just kind of spatter across the floor and down into the floorboards a little bit. You can see the knuckles as they grip up, the gritting of the teeth and everything. And yeah, you guys, I'm going to make you roll. They both see quite clearly. Those eyes just go pupils tiny as you see tears start forcing their way out of her eyes. She just looks at, stares down at the ground.
And Charlotte will pop off the wall real quick, like, kind of hurry over, not looking to take a seat beside her or touch her, but just kind of almost immediately ducking down into a crouch in front of her, quickly spattering out like oh shit, Juno, I'm sorry.
Not weak. I'm not weak.
Not.
And she runs out the room. Just kicks, slams shoulder barges into the door and runs.
Okay, he didn't frenzy. As Juno runs out, storming,
Storming, just almost just the
blows
sheer
out.
speed.
Yeah.
It's just gone. I'm not here now. Bye.
Scarp will watch. His fist balled slightly. Did Marcel come over again?
And for what it's worth, Charlotte's expression kind of cracks, and she, especially as Juno just flies out of the room, she just rocks back. And she'd been kind of crouched, but now she's just sitting on the floor. She almost absent-mindedly stretches out a foot to stomp out the cigarette, shaking her head. No.
I see.
There's so much shameful head hanging.
He'll turn slowly and get down, kneel down essentially. So he's like crouching down. But you know something.
Yeah.
What is it?
Their eyebrows kind of pop up, like almost the helpless sort of expression as she shrugs, shaking her head like kind of rhythmically. I can't blow the top off this. Kind of gives him a pleading glance up. I can't spread this shit around. It can't go anywhere.
Okay. Spending willpower already. He looks at you dead in the face.
What's that roll, buddy?
What, the 60-10?
Mm-hmm.
That was him not to frenzy.
Oh boy.
He
just gets up. Okay, we'll start walking out.
Just for the record, as he's kind of standing there looking over his shoulder a little bit, you start to hear banging coming from upstairs.
And Charlotte was probably just kind of stuck there. At least until she heard the banging. And this time she's going to be the one just randomly falling through the cabin pell-mell. Though she will pause in passing Sky Ripper. It wasn't her. It was me. And then flies upstairs to see if she can, I don't know, damage control.
As you run upstairs, you're met with 4 doors. Only 2 of them have got any kind of indication on them. One of them says Leaf, and a kind of like little wooden plaque that's been nailed on. And another one that says Juno on it. Same.
And the crashing?
It's coming from inside the Juno one.
She runs over. Then, nope, she's not going to violate someone's personal space like that, but she still gives a knock on the door. Juno?
Don't get an answer.
Juno, can I come in? Please.
Don't get an answer.
Is Sky Ripper coming up?
I gotta make one roll for him.
Oh,
1 minute.
God. Oh, no. Remember, you don't have to spend the willpower till after.
This is not rage. This is not rage.
Oh, boy.
He passes. You hear someone coming up the stairs.
I mean, she is hesitating at the door, throwing him kind of a helpless look like, the fuck do I even do?
Walks calmly beside her, taking a long breath. Just be ready.
Yeah.
Opens the door.
Tries to. It's blocked.
Oh, he's gonna
Kill the-
open that door.
Oh yeah, just saying. He tries it. It's blocked. I'm guessing he uses some force, and you can, as it's kind of forced open, you hear the clattering, things falling over. Obviously, the door was barricaded somehow with just everything as you look around the room, and there you see Juno. Kind of as the door opens, she's toppled over. She's there. Her hair kind of just matted down to the side, kind of threw over one shoulder. It looks like she was just kind of putting on makeup. Mid like eyeliner or something. She just throws everything down on the kind of desk in front of her. She coils backwards over the chair. She's not wearing any shoes or anything like that. She's barefooted, and she's wearing a kind of flowery summer dress.
Oh, Sky Ripper.
And as you guys kind of make your presence known, she smiles. I didn't know you'd be here so early.
He spends a willpower not to frenzy.
God.
Look at that. That was nearly a thrall.
Yeah, it was.
I get the serious face. I got. Oh, fuck me.
She kind of pulls herself up and dusts off the dress a bit and smiles.
the only thing I can describe for you, Katie, is you can just hear literally. It feels like someone's quaking in that room.
And she will finally, because this could get so much worse. We'll go ahead and having nudged him behind, Skyripper will actually step in front. Oh, it's okay. It was kind of impolite to show up early. Cringing on the inside. Oh God, she's dying.
Go on with perception alertness, Charlotte.
Oh no, I don't wanna.
Oh, how is he passing these rolls?
1.
It was one. As she's standing there, you know, kind of hands clasped in front of her, you know, very almost doll-like to a sense. You can see on her hand where that kind of scarring was before around her finger. She's wearing a ring again.
Oh God.
She's just smiling, and as you kind of say that, it's fine. Yeah, I expected you'd be here early, so I made sure to get up extra early. You know, just like you said. Oh, I'm even wearing your favorite dress.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh my soul, Tom, why?
Is everything all right?
I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be a hot second there where Charlotte looks like she's been slapped across the face. She just like she was gonna suave it, but she can't suave that. She can't fucking do it.
Okay. Final roll of willpower, diff 10. No, that's botch.
Oh no, what is that?
It's willpower.
For what?
I'm gonna put it into you in PM. Skyripper turns and leaves.
Charlotte is suddenly very torn because someone is marching out and someone is obviously
7 rage.
reliving some shit. She is going to. Oh God, help her! She is actually going to reach out to try to catch Skyripper's hand.
You do?
If this gets out, it's going to get worse. Please, please, please. I have to keep what happened on the down low. Please don't. Whatever you're thinking about doing, just don't.
I warned him.
And you can't know what happened.
It's not carves the path I'm going for.
I can't have told anyone they threatened Damon too.
As you say that, all you hear from the room behind you is, "Where are you going? I thought we had this planned for weeks."
Oh God. Oh no!
Oh, not to him. Oh no. Oh, the amount of rolls I'm gonna have to make. Okay, first roll.
Oh God, we're gonna die.
Passes, barely. Second roll. Spends willpower. Passes, barely. Let go of my hand, Cleith.
It's actually not as quick as you might have expected. She doesn't just snatch it back. It's just the grip kind of loosens and he can shake her off, or after like a kind of desperate pause, it'll fall away. But there is keen fucking desperation. She's holding the fucking look at him like, please, for the love of God.
Alright, Skyripper. One more time. If we pass, we stay. Thank God I get to roll perm on this.
Oh god.
Good last day.
Oh god, what was the death?
8.
Oh no.
Keep her there. Tell her I've gone out to get some extra business for the wedding.
Okay.
Keep her there.
Okay.
If any harm comes under her, I'll run this clave to your throat myself. Am I understood, Claith?
It just this time is just the numb bob of the head.
He will walk down the stairs and the door flies open. You hear Marcia, like echo across the
God.
fucking. Yeah.
She cringes. And she just turns, and as he's gone, she's just going to very gingerly close the door. And let's see if she can get her shit together. Oh, please. Oh god. I'm just gonna roll willpower. That's what I'm gonna roll.
Katie, high or low, by the way, because someone can stop him.
Oh god. High roller. Fuck it.
High roller, baby.
Oh my
God.
fuck.
Rides doesn't get to the time.
Oh no. That's not just a fail.
That's
This isn't a normal roll, but I'm pretty sure that's still a 1.
Rides
That's play. There's the rest of the pack still around.
Rides is too busy to basically getting frayed to safety, essentially, because that shout, like, you guys can hear that echoed. That fucking echoed.
Oh god,
Did Charlotte run downstairs?
I'm gonna roll my willpower.
Did you run downstairs though?
No,
This is important.
she didn't. No, she didn't. She, in
So
fact,
wait,
as he
so-
marched out of the room, she just very quietly closed the door behind him, like, no, everything's fine. And I'm rolling to see. She does not have her shit together. It is so fake. It hurts. But she turns to Juno and is just like, it's okay. He just had to run out for talk to the caterer. Just like fucking rubbing her face like, I can't. But she's at least between her and the door.
No, it's all right. It's one of those days. It'll be fine.
Katie,
I'm
high or low
sure
again.
Everything will be fine. Oh god, hi, fuck it, why not? Oh, thank Jesus.
You hear the sounds of fighting going on outside.
Oh no. She is
Yeah.
not in a position of confidence with which to comfort Juno, but she's just like, yeah, I'm sure everything will be fine. It's just one of those
But
days. It'll be
She is
fine."
standing there in front of you. Hands clasped in front of her, stood up straight, very, very straight. And you can even see what the bit of mascara she managed to put on is just slowly running down her cheek, and she's smiling. Just smiling at you.
So, she'll go over and is there anywhere to sit besides like the bed?
There's a bed, like, behind her to the right.
So why don't you tell me about, like, as she's trying to listen to the combat, why don't you tell me about these wedding plans? How are they going? And kind of gestures over to the bed to see if she'll like follow the prompt to go and sit and, like, I don't know, girl gossip or something.
I thought you knew we planned all this together, didn't we?
Oh, I thought I wasn't it, but now I'm it. Oh. Yeah, I just, so much has been going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to forget the little details. Ooh.
Yeah, please. Do you reach out to her or anything?
Oh, nope. 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 Now that you realize that she switched roles, nope.
And she just stands there and just looks at you.
I mean,
Turns.
she did gesture like to the bed, like, "Hey, why don't you come sit with me?" So that she could walk with her and sit on the bed, type thing.
All right, so you gesture towards the bed. She turns and looks at the bed. Just the head. Nothing else moves. And now?
What? No, just sit and talk. Just like the oh god, no, why? Soul dying.
All right.
Sorry, that was out of character. I'm just, god damn it, Tom.
All right. Whatever you say. And she'll begin to unhook her arms from the dress.
What? No, 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 no. It's okay. Oh god.
She kind of stops as it's like halfway down. The arms are unhooked. One of them's out. She kind of looks at you, confused.
How are those combat noises going, Torna?
Final roll, Katie. High or low?
My soul, Torna.
High or low?
Oh my god. My.
By the sounds of it, Cassie is getting the shit beaten out of her.
Oh Jesus.
She's standing, but she's wailing.
That'll fucking work. Jesus.
Honey, I'm sorry. I don't understand.
You know, I've just had a really long day. It's okay. Has anyone come and talked to you today?
No, I stayed in my room just like you told me. I haven't left the house. I made sure to clean everything and make sure everything was all right.
Oh, good, good. You've done very good.
There's a crashing sound from the living room.
Oh god.
Don't worry about that. That's just Felix helping me out. Yeah. She begins to take a step back.
Why don't you stay here while I check it out?
No, you don't need to go out there. And she kind of rushes over to the door and like gets in the way of it.
Oh Jesus.
They're just helping me with things. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Katie, pick a number between 1 and 4.
I can't. I'm gonna die.
Number.
You're both fucking killing me at the same time. Oh. A number between 1 and 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh. Oh, Jesus. 3? Is that good?
That means Lana, Mark of Thorns are turn away.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and Juno's stood in front of you, blocking the door. Smiling.
Charlotte's heart just shatters on the spot. Oh. She. You know what? Fuck it. She's just going to. Oh, God. She's just gonna hold up her arms. like, holding them out. Like as if give me a hug.
She flinches, like drops down, like crouches, arms up, looking away.
God. And she's just sitting here like, oh, I thought this didn't start till after you changed, and I can't, and I'm dying. And she finally just takes, doesn't take any steps. She just, on the spot, she just sits down, cross-legged.
I wanted to make sure everything was right.
You did everything right. It's perfect.
I told you. Told you ever since that day that I would look after you and make sure that everything's fine. And now it's not. Now it's not. None of it's fine.
And you've done everything right.
Nothing's good. I can't do my duties. Nothing's right.
You've done everything right.
No, I haven't. Please.
And I'm just a terrible, angry, sadistic, abusive person. And the only way that I apparently know how to show that I'm angry or that I'm upset or that I feel less than is to hit you. And it's fucking wrong. You haven't done anything wrong.
And she breaks down and curls up on the floor, kind of assuming the fetal position, bawling her eyes out. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I'm not weak. I'm not weak.
You're probably the strongest person on this park. Just for surviving it. Just for coming out the other side. For still being able to serve Gaia, even after everything that happened. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
Yeah.
She just stays a blubbering mess on the floor in front of the door. Just, I'm not weak. Not weak.
And Charlotte will continue to just sit there and praise her and tell her that she's done everything right. Because she can't play the game. She can't do it. And so she sits there and in the first person berates Marcel and tells her that, yeah, the same thing she has been. And just prays to Gaia that somebody makes him stop before Marcel actually hears.
There's a loud banging on the door.
On the bedroom door?
Mm-hmm.
Juno jumps and runs to the other side of the room.
Charlotte
You can hear sounds of people wrestling outside, like quite violently.
Charlotte will very quickly get up and get to the door, actually kind of throw herself into it. Who is it?
Lena.
Oh, thank fuck. And just, she pulls the door open.
Lena's got a cut right across her eye. Like there's blood. That's a silver scar.
Oh, God.
And if you turn around and look at Juno, she's stood up. Again, just eyes just black, covered in just makeup all over her, like running down. And she assumes that same position, stood up, arms clasped in front of her, holding onto her hands and smiles.
She is studying Lena's face really fucking hard.
Cold. Outside, Sullivan, now.
Yes, ma'am. She just slips the fuck out.
She slams that door. You know what I mean? No, not dealing with creepy Juno. But she body blocks the door essentially, so her back is to it. She turns and looks at Charlotte. Explain now.
We were talking about what happened, and she got really bad. And Skyripper caught on, and is he still yelling? Has somebody stopped him?
You can hear he's screaming, but someone's punching him.
And it's kind of exploded. But
I
it
can
was
see
my
that.
fault. It was my fault. It was all my fault.
It's not your fault.
I still brought it up.
It's not your fault. And did you still look at the door, kind of twitching a bit? How are we going to get her out of the house?
Where would we take her?
To my place.
I think, oh God, I think if you tell her you need her to come with you, it might work. She thinks, you know what she thinks, right?
Rose minute sub because Lena. That's her baby. It's 3 if you want to contest. Actually, no, 4. It's 4. She gets 4.
Is it empathy or
Empathy.
okay? Oh, not that.
I was about to say 19. What?
Having issues. That's still only 3.
Still cold. I know.
I've been trying, but I'm not sure what would work.
Playing along.
Where's Marcel? Is everything all right?
For what it's worth, Charlotte looks like she is like right on the verge of tears herself.
Lena takes a long breath and says, activating a gift.
Oh God.
Everything is fine, honey. In a deep, resonating voice.
All right. Whatever you say.
I'm gonna give this to Charlotte to you for free. The demo looks like she's on the verge of tears herself.
I think you tell her she has to go with you. She will, and I'll go with. I'll make sure nothing happens.
That's my call. I didn't see it.
It doesn't seem like anyone sees it. He makes sure.
Open the door.
Tiny, obedient nod. Yeah, she'll finally open the door.
Yeah, and as you open the door, she drops whatever she was doing and she whirls round. You can see she was kind of starting to put the furniture back together and whirls and just, clasps her hands in front of her and smiles. And you can see it, that ring. It's there, that gold band.
What do you do, Charlotte? Lena seems almost frozen in place.
Lena seems frozen.
Initially.
Honey, I need you to come with me. We need to go out.
Sure. All right. Where are we going?
Why don't you throw on a jacket?
Jacket?
Going outside.
She just nods. Very shortly, obediently, walks over to the wardrobe, opens it, looks around, shuts it, moves over to the pile of clothes that's just kind of been thrown onto the ground, and picks up that leather jacket that she tends to wear often. Begins putting it on very slowly, and again clasps her hands in front of her.
Come on. Kind of gestures her over, tries her best to kind of look like it's a little impatient gesture because she imagined that's probably truer to form.
And she just nods along, kind of like a hurried walk. Head down.
Then yeah, she'll let her catch up to that certain, like, not necessarily the walk with me distance, but the follow me distance, and clinging desperately to Lena's hand for a second, will turn around and start to walk as if she expects to be followed and just heads down the stairs.
You creep down the stairs. You see Cassie's come through the front door in Krynos, like collapsed, unconscious,
She breathing?
barely. You see Rides is pounding on top of Skyripper, and Market Thorns is holding her side, holding on to Skyripper's clave.
Oh, God. So she will walk down the stairs, and we're going out the back door.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, just continues the same pace, tries not to break it. That brisk, I expect to be followed walk, and opens the back door and heads out.
Lena opens one of the side doors and goes, "Come on, Freya." And Freya walks out and takes Lena's hand. And you all start walking to Lena's house, which is like literally down the laneway.
Like, fuck.
You open the door. Lena puts Freya in a separate room, and she turns to Charlotte, and as she's leading, that leads into Farron, which is Lena's room, leads her in. And will say very calmly, I want you to stay in there now, honey. Until I say.
All right. I'll be here.
Good. I'm going to lock the door, okay?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
I know. Now go on inside.
She goes in, 2 steps, turns around, smiles.
Lena just nods and closes the door quickly and locks it.
You just hear muffled from the inside. I love you.
Oh. Willpower. Passes. Outside. Charlotte, come on. Freya will be alright. She's alright.
There's numb nodding, and she just kind of autopilots back out front.
Closes the door. Lights a cigarette. Hands one to Charlotte.
She takes it and sucks down half the damn thing in one go. She's shaky as hell and staring over at where Rides and Mark Thorns are still pounding on fucking Skyripper.
You never talk about this.
No. Never.
Ever.
I know. I wouldn't. And she just kind of slowly sinks down until she's sitting on either the front porch or the front lawn, whichever one they have at Lena's place.
It's a lawn, so then it just essentially slinks down beside you.
Yeah, she just slowly just melts down until she's sitting in the grass.
Yeah, Lennon's pretty much does the same. He'll be alright. Looking over at her Alpha.
So I fucked everything.
No, you didn't. There's been long-standing issues with those two. That's what we'll say.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
She puts her arm around you.
She returns to verge of a breakdown.
You can stay here for a few days.
I have to go keep an eye on Damon.
Alright.
I have to keep him safe.
Just nods.
If anyone says something, please don't say anything.
Frenzy got out of control. That's all that happened.
Thank you.
You're my girls. I let you down before, both of you.
You've never let me down.
Well, she just gives herself she just basically puts her head against yours, really. That stoic figure kind of beginning to actually see tears coming down her face.
Yep, she finally loses her grip. Starts spilling over too, like shakily trying to smoke still.
I think that's probably the best place to end it.
Oh god.
As the camera will pan as Skyriper screams before he finally is knocked out. There is no response from Marcel, who definitely heard someone calling him out to a challenge.